What's going on, guys? It's Themightydart13 back again, and this is my late video. I mean, this has been filmed. I've not got my watch on. At 9:30 on the weekend of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Qualifying's happened. I know the result, but so obviously I'll just do racing. But this is my video for the Mexican Grand Prix, and before I start, or before we go into the race, I just want to say congratulations to Lewis Hamilton for winning his 5th world title. Leaves him level with Fangio and just 2 titles away from Michael Schumacher, who obviously has 7, for those of you who can't do maths. So, Max Verstappen wins in Mexico. He only needed to finish 7th, even if Vettel had won, but Vettel only managed 2nd place behind Max Verstappen. But Mercedes struggled all weekend. Red Bull were on fire. Ricciardo once again retired, and I think he's now had more retirements than Hamilton's had in the last 5 years. So it's very, again, Ricciardo basically just said, what's the point of me driving this car? Just give it to Gasly. He doesn't care anymore. Obviously, I can see why it's frustrating, you know. I mean, you're playing or you're driving these cars, you're doing really well. But with Lewis Hamilton finishing, hang on a minute, if I just go through. We had sort of, I think Lewis finished 5th in the end. But yeah, we had, obviously had sort of, Mercedes weren't really at the races at all. It was really weird. I don't know if it was the higher level, but they just didn't seem to be at the race at all. Lewis Hamilton finishing 4th, sorry. And everyone, apart from the top 4 drivers, was lapped, which doesn't normally happen. But your winner, your top 5 was Max Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, Lewis Hamilton, and Valtteri Bottas. And your retirements were Daniel Ricciardo, Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, and Fernando Alonso, who, to be fair, has announced today that he will be doing the Indy 500 next year again, so buzzing for that. It has also been announced during the week that from 2020 there will be a race in Vietnam, in the capital city, which you'll have to forgive me because I've forgotten. But yeah, there will be a race in Vietnam, which will be great for the sport. Obviously it's a new place, it's another race in Asia, but it'd be fantastic to see another race out in that area of the world. And in gossip, Robert Kubica has supposedly been offered a Williams seat, which is surprising. Ooh. But there's also, obviously, with Kubica going potentially to Williams, that does sort of beg the question of where is Esteban Ocon going to go, with it still being heavily rumoured that Lance Stroll will go to Force India due to Stroll's father owning part of the team now, helping the team out. And also in practice for Brazil, there's been obviously a funny moment that Vettel came over the radio and said there was something bouncing around his cockpit and it wasn't what everyone thought, so basically insinuated, making a dick joke. And he said, it's down by my feet. I wish it, I'd be proud if it was that big, but it's not. And it's quite entertaining. But yeah, overall, I'd rate the race at sort of 6 or 7. It wasn't the best race for, obviously, Lewis Hamilton fans, but did well. On to this week race, Brazil. I'm gonna go Lewis to win for the first time after he's won a championship. Going to go Vettel 2nd and Verstappen 3rd, Ricciardo to finish 4th, even though his car's probably going to break down 5 laps in. Bottas to finish 5th, and then Leclerc to finish 5th or 6th. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Sorry this video's out late, but I've had a very hectic week. But But yeah, and I'll see you in the next one, which will hopefully actually be on time. Fingers crossed, but see you in the next one.